What's up, everybody? DJ Rosie Rose here with you today. It's been a while since I've done any kind of podcast or any kind of mixes or anything like that. Unfortunately, I just got caught up with a lot of things between work and I ended up moving and all this stuff. So my plan is to really try to pick it up and push it and try to get some more mixes out there and try to get back on the grind. Today, I'm not doing no music or anything like that. I'm kind of just want to talk real quick about what's been going on in this world, how crazy it's been, how things are just unexplainable. I can actually say from firsthand, I've actually had a couple symptoms myself. I've been out of work for a couple days. I am a first responder, so it was bound to happen at some point between somebody maybe I work with has it, things of that nature, being out in the street, anything of that nature. Obviously, it's bound to happen. All I will say is I got tested yesterday. It is no joke. I know some people were like, oh, how was it? What did it feel like? Honestly, it was beyond uncomfortable. And it's funny because I saw videos before I started feeling sick. I saw some videos of people having it done, and I was like, there's no way in hell that I'm going to do that test. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty and you really don't feel well and you really get to that point where you're like, all right, I gotta stop messing around, trust me, you'll do whatever you have to do. I've heard some people, they've gotten the test. For anyone who really has no idea what the test is like, it's basically picture a very long Q-tip and they shove the Q-tip up your nose. Some people have done it with only one nostril, the doctors do. When I went yesterday, they actually did it on both. It's extremely uncomfortable. It's not that it's painful, it's just a very uncomfortable feeling, I would kind of more describe. So I have to wait for my results. I believe it's I think 1 to 3 days, they said now. Before it was 5 to 7. But hopefully, I'll get that back. I've been checking since yesterday and I haven't seen anything yet. So I'm just waiting at this point. And then back to work I'm going to go. But what I will say to anyone listening, please, 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 especially as a first responder, we are the front people of everything that's going on here. And honestly, we're not just the front people from today. We are the front people every single day, regardless of what's going on out there. That's pretty much the bottom line. So all this stuff I keep hearing in the news, oh, they're out there, they're the frontline men doing this, doing that. No, we are the frontline men and women every single day for everyone. Because other people obviously chose not to do what we do. We're out there every day risking our lives, putting ourselves in danger. And yes, those are the decisions that we chose to make to be in this profession. But that's because we have it in us. And unfortunately, not everyone has it in them to run to danger. Everyone's reaction to most people are to run away. But for those people out there that run their mouth about police officers and all this stuff that, we're not all bad. And that goes for any job, anywhere. So if you've had a bad experience with a police officer, I'm apologizing for that. But understand something. We are not all the same. We're not all the same. And the nonsense and the bullshit, I'm going to be quite frankly, has to stop. Because the second that you need help and you know that one day you will need help or you might need help, you're going to pick up that phone and you're going to call 911. And who's going to show up? The police. So understand that it's frustrating for me as a police officer to hear the nonsense and the bullshit constantly. We chose a profession, you're absolutely right. But we know why we chose a profession? Because you didn't. This is not an easy job for anybody. So have some respect for police officers. Have some respect for EMS, for firefighters. Because without any of us, when you're in an emergency, it would basically be like the freaking purge. You would have absolutely nobody to help you. And to give some sort of relation to what I'm trying to explain, everyone in their life, I'm sure, has gone through something where they felt they didn't have someone to help them through it, right? Either, you had a breakup, you're going through something with your family, and maybe you don't speak to your parents, or one parent, or parent, maybe your parents passed away, or someone's passed away in your life, and you felt that you had nobody there to help you through it. I want you to remember that scenario when people say that police officers and first responders don't give a shit about you, because that's straight bullshit. Because guess what? At the end of the day, when you're going through that argument with your significant other, with your parent, with a family member, and it gets out of hand, you find the need to pick up the phone and call 911 and ask for assistance, right? You want help. Well, guess what? We are there to help you, but you need to want the help. I'm sorry for my rant. It's just something that's been on my mind. And through the things that we're going through today, everyone needs to stick together and do what we need to do together. So that means if you need to go to the store, if you need to go to the pharmacy, if you need to just go maybe take a walk, I understand that. But other than that, stay in your fucking house. We're all going through this. Every single person in the United States, everyone in New York, everyone out of the country, Italy, Korea, China, everyone is going through the same shit. So if for once each person can stop being stubborn, and this doesn't go for everyone, because there are people that are actually staying home. Stay home, do what you're supposed to do. Let's get through this so we can freaking move on and go outside and go to a freaking movie. Go out to dinner, go out to lunch, go out to hang out. I think my perception has changed for the fact that I have been sick. So I think the fact that I've been sick, I see it a little bit differently, whereas before I was like, all right, whatever. This is not a whatever. This is very serious, and unfortunately, it's not just elderly that are passing away. It's young people too. Young people also are dying. So if you have asthma, or you have high blood pressure, diabetes, anything of those natures, if you go out, I am recommending to you, please wear a mask. The whole glove thing, I mean, I get it. But my thing is this, and I'm going to explain it. So you have your gloves, fine. You're touching everything with your gloves. You're doing all this stuff. You're paying it. You're touching your money and you're paying for your stuff. But then here's what I don't understand. You touch your phone with the gloves that you're wearing that has a bunch of germs on it. And then you're touching your phone. And now you're putting your phone to your ear, you're answering phone calls. Guess what? Now you have that close to your eyes and your mouth. So if you're going to go to the store and you're going to wear gloves, guess what? Keep your phone in your pocket. That's it. If you keep your phone in your pocket, you won't have to worry about anything. But if you are experiencing symptoms, I am also going to give some information that was given to me. If you go to Northwell Health Urgent Cares, which is throughout everywhere, I believe, but specifically I'm speaking about New York, and I'm also speaking closer to first responders. Because as we know, unfortunately, our jobs are not assisting us in getting the care and the testing that we should be getting. Because of the simple fact that we are in the front line of everything, we are not getting treated the way we should be getting treated. So my recommendation is this. If you have any symptoms whatsoever, call out. That's it. Call out, get checked, and make sure you're okay. Because at the end of the day, we are just a number. We are replaceable. If something happens to us, a new academy class is going to go right in, and another 500 cops are going to graduate, and they're going to take your spot. So I ask, this is my message for my fellow brothers and sisters. I'm asking you, don't be the tough guy. Don't be out there looking for collars that are not necessary. Take care of yourself and do what it is you have to do for you and your family. Because at the end of the day, if you are not here, then what? So just like they told us in the academy, you keep your head on the swivel. You do what you need to do. You protect yourself. But not only do we need to protect ourselves from others, we need to protect ourselves from this virus. So my recommendation is, if you seriously do not feel well, or you feel like, oh man, I feel like I'm coming down with something, I don't feel well, don't think you're being a punk. Don't think your boss is going to say something. Who gives a shit? You call out and you take care of yourself. So here's some information for you that I will give. If you search in Google, you're going to search for Northwell Health Urgent Cares near you. Obviously, this is specifically for people who live in the 5 boroughs, in Long Island, Suffolk, Nassau, and upstate Westchester County, all those places upstate. This is for you. So if you search for Northwell Health Urgent Care, I'm doing it right now as we speak. You're going to go to Google, Northwell Health Urgent Care. It's going to be the first thing to come up. You're going to click on Find the Location, and you're going to make an appointment. You can call, or you actually can make a virtual appointment online. I recommend to call. You're going to let them know you're a first responder and you are not feeling well. I called that hotline that everyone said to call. It took them 4 days to call me. I found out about the Northwell Urgent Care. I called and I got an appointment the next day. So I'm recommending, if you need, even if you're not calling out and you feel like you need to get tested for whatever reason, then you need to go. But I'm going to say this, if you are going to call them and you're going to explain to them that you want to get tested, you're a police officer, you're a first responder, EMS, whatever, you need to be displaying some sort of symptoms. So understand that. You can't just call and say, hey, I want to get tested, I'm a first responder, and you have no symptoms. That's not going to work. So you need to have some sort of symptoms or have been around someone who has tested positive for it. And if they tested positive, that's even enough as well. So you're going to call them. You're going to say, I'm a first responder. I need an appointment to get tested. I was near someone who has it, confirmed, and I haven't been feeling too well, and I need to make sure I'm okay. And they will help you. So a shout out to Northwell Health Urgent Cares. I have to say, that was the best experience I ever had going to a doctor's facility, and it was nice to feel respected for the first time. So that's the information I'm giving you. I'm going to also, in the biography of this, I'm going to put the information as well if you need it. I appreciate everybody listening to me. I'm sorry I rambled, but I'm aggravated. So when you're aggravated, it's better to just talk about it, right? So that's what I'm doing. Soon, when I'm feeling 100%, I'm going to start the mixes again, and I'm going to do what I got to do. So until then, I appreciate you guys listening. Again, this is DJ Rosie Rose coming to you live and direct. I hope you guys stay safe, stay blessed, be careful out there, and please take care of one another. Peace.